Hey, what's up? Spring break is over. Neither here nor there about it. I really did like the spring break, but next week is also gonna be pretty cool. On Monday, I have the Duke Quantum Joint, sorry, not Duke Quantum, Joint Quantum Institute seminar with a really cool speaker and really cool topic that I've both forgotten right now, but I know it's cool. So I'm gonna be attending there on Monday. On Tuesday, I have two labs I'm participating in back to back. One is for VR, and the other is some group talk thing. It's for my site class. You need like 4 or 5 credits to of participations labs to pass the class, I guess. So I'm gonna get that done. And then on Friday is the first time I actually get to attend the Gaussian Splatting reading group, which is basically a graduate student reading group where you basically see papers in the Gaussian Splats and you read them and you discuss them with a group of people and you share your ideas. So it's gonna be awesome because I've been working this whole spring break in and the whole physics and Gaussian stuff. So I really can't wait to bring some of those ideas to the table and just learn from people who are much more experienced than myself and get some ideas and feedback from them. I'm also talk about the paper because I don't want to just like come in there like, hey guys, here's what I was working on. Like we have something that we have to talk about. I also do have to read that paper next week. And on Saturday, of course, is the Big Think X Wolf Labs hackathon. Really excited. It's gonna be our first major hackathon on a wall, I think, and we have some good registrations. So right now the goal was 40 people because we only got access to 40 pro accounts. So we have about 32 left on my check, and that's before like the weekly up to the hackathon. So I think that's pretty good. I will say that I don't want to get my hopes up for the 40. Like even if we get 40 people who register, I don't want to get my hopes up because it could be the case where 40 people register and only 28 show up. That's a very real possibility. And I think what I want to do is if we get 40, I want to push for 50, 60 pro accounts, such that if we get 50 registrations, 60 registrations, and only 40 of those registrations show up, that's still a good number. Right? So I don't go above and beyond there. So I still think we have some time there, especially because we're going to try and have some teachers promote it in their canvases, their like student assignment portals. So that's really exciting. But honestly, I think it was a good spring break. I think I had a lot of fun. This spring break was honestly more focused towards my projects. I think a lot of work was done there from like the native world model game engine representation, a lot of words, but it was really exciting because I got to work on the whole physics and view Gaussians, adding properties of matter to that, like stuff like elasticity, working on fluids now, and eventually rigid bodies. Got to work on a paper, which wasn't that long, honestly, but like got to work on a paper. It's now due on April 2nd for the 4D Vision workshop, but still got some experience there. Even with other organizations, so like with Big Think AI, we have Edge teams, which are basically our project-based teams. Got to work on that, so it's essentially just I got to pick the teams, and now I sent out the notifications to people who got in. So it's gonna be exciting to onboard them in the next couple of days. And start getting to work on some projects. It's really cool though, because I remember a couple months back, I really want to work on like an AI. I think a couple years back, funny enough, like this is one of my first ideas with large language models. I really want to work on a whole thing with an AI dungeon master, or sorry, an AI Dungeons and Dragons DM, right? And now that's one of the edge projects I'm going to be leading, so that's going to be awesome to see. There's another one that has an NDA sign that I can't really talk about too much, so um, nothing there, but really exciting project. I wish I could talk about it, but really excited to get people on the team there. With other organizations like Terp Labs or Terp Meals, we were building a student dining app to take data from the cafeteria about what's being served, and you can personalize the diet and all of that to it. I got the script we're working on for spring break, so that's gonna be exciting to see if it works with populating the app. Um, and then you also have other stuff like with Duke Quantum Apex, got we had a sprint over spring break, which is essentially meant to be kind of a not do or die, but it was really essential for us as a team because this is one of the this was one of the things that if we didn't get it done this spring break, we probably would have gone down for the rest of the semester, and then we probably would have disbanded, which I really want to happen. So essentially got that done as well, which was like basically just coding up the whole idea with using Qubos for plasma optimization for both collection and distribution. So got that done. And going to the next week, we're going to be working on the experimentation, getting some results to see where our next steps will be. So a lot of project work worked on. I think a lot of good progress was made. Even with the World Labs Hackathon, I've also gotten some tutorials done because I want it to be the case that when everyone comes to hackathon, they operate on the frontier on what's possible with these Gaussian splatting or World Labs tools. So got some workshops done. So I think the next couple of days I'll be releasing that. And we're working on a couple others. Um, yeah, good spring break. I think what's really awesome is that I get to work on so many projects, which I usually don't do over spring break. So it's been awesome to see that progress and just to learn more about the project themselves and also my the project themselves and also myself as a person, like, what I don't like. So if I'm really curious about stuff I want to try, stuff I want to push on harder. I think I'm just really like I just love project a lot. I know like that probably comes through with this project. Just realized that. Fun. It's an awesome time. I think even for my birthday, sometime like debating now or sometime pretty much confirmed this. I want to do like hackathon or a showcase of what everyone is building. So maybe it'll be something like, hey, build a gift for me. And you can have a bunch of people from different fields. It could be art, it could be tech, it could be whatever. And you just have a lot of people build and you get to see all those projects done in a day. So I might do that just like to really show off that love for projects and just love for people and what they can do. So that's another thing I'm thinking of. Um, but yeah, really excited. The spring break is over. Projects are worked on. Great time. But besides that, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.